just like to ask how many of you guys have either live in San Francisco or either have been in San Francisco and have greatly enjoyed your experience. Awesome. The city itself has been an architectural masterpiece that has been evolving over the last couple centuries. The construction of these beautiful skyscrapers has ultimately led to us to build up and not out, but we do not necessarily know what it's doing to our environment. Despite what looks to be one of the wealthiest cities in the country, San Francisco is one of the most vulnerable cities to the San Andreas Fault, and it finds itself on the North American plate. Over the next couple of minutes, I would love to tell you guys some of the rising problems that San Francisco has, some of the things that may entail, and maybe how we can prepare for that. As you heard me say, the collection of buildings is causing an increase of shear stress on Earth's crust, and it is causing liquefaction zones to appear. Liquefaction zones are areas where the soil is becoming to be breaking down because of the pressure coming from above. For example, in the downtown area, the Millennium Tower, since its building in 2008, has sunk 17 inches from its base height, and many streets are deformed, and many of the streets in the surrounding areas are becoming deformed and hard to navigate through. It is important to remember that this plane runs under 7 million people, and that only 10% of these people have earthquake insurance. Some of the most vital resources, such as our water, sewage, and roads, can greatly be damaged if this earthquake hits, and without these basic functions of our city, infrastructure, businesses, and even actions throughout our daily lives will greatly be hindered, and a lot of the benefits will be lost. According to some researchers of NASA, within the next 30 years, there's going to be an earthquake with a magnitude that exceeds 7.0 within the next 30 years, and many believe that it will even come faster. What can the city do from here? We are already beginning to see that places like Chile and Japan that are very vulnerable to earthquakes do not take much damage to their buildings. We can see that from their style that they find themselves on lower high-rises, and we are beginning to adopt some of their building codes, and we are beginning to reconstruct some of our buildings. The high density that San Francisco carries is still creating this problem, and it's hard to compete with. People have begun to integrate self-regulated water circuits and begin to build many safe houses on areas that are less prone to break down. I think it's very important that we realize that a catastrophic event like this can occur, and it is actually expected to occur pretty soon in areas that is very close to us. There's no way in heck that I'm ever going to watch those Los Angeles Dodgers beat those Giants in the World Series just because they weren't allowed to be there that year because there was an earthquake that would hit. And I wouldn't so call this a current event that's going to happen tomorrow, but more something that is happening almost every day and that we definitely need to take into account. Thank you.